Welcome everyone to another episode of Rich Talks BS. I'm your host, Rich. The NBA season is going to be very interesting, especially with these trades that's going on. There's some pretty good trades, a couple teams that's trading to make them more of a contender for the championship, and the other teams making trades to help them rebuild or, kind of towards the end of their rebuilding stages. But we'll see what happens. There's some interesting trades, but some actually kind of don't fit, and others do. But like I said, we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's going to be an interesting season, especially with the season being shortened, and we'll see what happens. We got Robert Covington going to the Trailblazers via trade from the Rockets. Rockets get in exchange Trevor Ariza and draft rights to Isaiah Stewart and a conditional first round pick. Chris Paul traded from OKC to the Suns for 4 players and draft compensation. And two of those players included Ricky Rubio and Kelly Oubre. Steven Adams trade and Jrue Holiday trade is now getting combined with George Hill going to OKC. This is a 4-team trade with the Thunder getting Hill, Darius Miller, 2023 Nuggets protected first round, and second round picks in 2023 via Charlotte and 2024 pick via Washington. Ricky Rubio was part of another 3-team trade, which was reported at the beginning of the 2020 draft, but it was made official on Friday. Rubio is going back to the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves also get draft rights to Jaden McDaniels, who was the number 28 pick in the draft, and draft rights to Leonardo Baltimore, who was the 23rd pick from the Knicks. Other draft rights were moved around between these 3 teams. There's like 6 other draft picks that were moved around. Kelly Oubre being flipped by OKC to the Warriors for a 2021 protected first round pick, also costing the Warriors more than $80 million due in luxury tax. They needed to pick up someone, especially with Klay Thompson going out and going out for the season. They needed someone, so they had to go out and get someone. And Kelly Oubre was a good pickup. He should be good, getting a lot of minutes, getting a lot of play time, especially with Klay Thompson out. And I guess for them it was worth the $80 million luxury tax. Then we had Dennis Schroeder from OKC in exchange for Danny Green and draft rights to Jaden McDaniels, who was also the number 28 pick from the Lakers. Enes Kanter going to the Trailblazers via a 3-team trade with the Grizzlies, Blazers, and Celtics. Grizzlies get Celtics number 30 pick Desmond Bane, while the Celtics get 2 future second-round picks from the Blazers. Then we had the big contract extensions, big rookie max extensions with Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell both getting 5 years, $195 million. Both those players deserve what they're getting. They play up to that caliber of getting max extensions, max contracts. They're both on teams that are being built around them too, because they have the leadership, they have the abilities, they have the athleticism to lead a team and to lead their team to a championship. How soon will it be? We won't be able to tell. We'll see what happens. For Donovan Mitchell, it's gonna be kind of hard to lead the Jazz into lead the Nuggets into a championship, especially since LeBron is still here. As long as LeBron is still playing, it's gonna be hard for any team in the West to get to the finals. But we'll see what happens. You might see an upset 2-3 years down the road if LeBron is still playing. Like I said, there was a couple of trades that were good because they're adding to what these teams already have. Like the Trailblazers and the Lakers are adding to what they already have, which are making them more of a contender to go for the finals, to win the finals, while these other teams like the Rockets and OKC and even the Pelicans, where they're in the ending stages of the rebuild. The Rockets are kind of in a sticky situation with James Harden and Russell Westbrook trying to get traded out. They both want to go. They don't want to be there anymore. So the Rockets, I think, are trying to get what they can. and try to bring in people to help replace them. Well, you can't replace a Russell Westbrook and a James Harden, but try to replace them in the verge of they can still add on later on in the future to try to become contenders for a championship. Uh, that's all the BS I have for this episode. Until next time.